Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your November Soul Session. I am Marlowe if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And what's not all the temper, you know what I'm saying? So we're looking at the 1st through the 15th of November. So let's go ahead and jump into you guys' cards and see what's going on. Please, God, don't let me sneeze. My allergies have not been so much of a trick to me today. And we have, what was this? 4 cards that fell out, 5 cards that fell out right off the gate. Let me line these puppies up and I shall show them to you. First card out, we have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's coming into the month of November, weighing your options. Not really sure how to move forward, how to progress with whatever this is that we're talking about. And specifically, it's whatever it is that transpired in the latter part of October for you guys. The next card that we have is the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So there's a bit of inner conflict, feeling a tad bit disempowered and overwhelmed by the information you guys are weighing. The next card that we have is the Hierophant in the reverse. I realize that it's my little psychology head back there that is making my autofocus go wonky, and that is Taurian energy. The next card that we have is the High Priestess in the reverse. That is Piscean energy, Cancer for some people. This is a lot of major arcanas. Next card we have is the Strength card, and that is, of course, Leo energy. And the first impression that I got with this, even though I'm skipping ahead just a tad bit, is there's something almost like Virgo is holding themselves back. There's something, and it's going to sound so cornball, but it's almost like, if I were to use the whole thing, like there's a lion inside of you, right? And you're trying to hold it back. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibe that I feel. I feel you guys are like, you're holding the reins on yourself. So it's almost like there's something that's happening underneath it all. For my Virgos, it's like, I don't know. It's almost like having like, because my guys are showing me weird stuff, dude. It's like they're showing me, like, what do you call it? The werewolf? Like, you know how the full moon and the werewolf is like, ooh, you know, all the things. It's like there's something inside of you that's roaring to come out. But I specifically feel like Virgo is the one holding the reins. So it's not anyone outside of you. It's just like perceptive wise, like your perception on, and this is about to be just like Libra's reading, because, okay, guys, slow down. They're bringing my attention to the Hierophant in the reverse and the High Priestess in the reverse, and they're playing back what I said in Libra's reading about like antiquated religion, right? Like how you can get so caught up in the ritual of something that you completely lose sight of like the purpose for said ritual. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when something like becomes like an idol or dead religion. But I feel with this, it's like the truth of your desires, Virgo, are like roaring underneath the surface or bubbling beneath the surface. But I feel that it's Virgo who's specifically holding themselves back. And it's because of your perspective towards this particular thing. So I don't know if it's like a true authentic desire of yours, something that you would want to pursue, or like something about yourself, a facet of yourself that you could feel some level of shame because you feel that it's not in alignment. It's almost like the vibe I'm getting is like you feel like it's beastly or something like that. Like, however it is that you present yourself to life, or the mold that you've put yourself in, or how you present yourself to the world, there's like a part of yourself or interests that you have that people who know you at present, or the life that you've built for yourself at present, they don't know this side of you. But it's almost like, so sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. this facet of you has been suppressed for so long, it's like forcing itself to the surface. So that's why it's like they're showing me like a werewolf, because, you know, when it's a full moon, the werewolf comes out. Like they could try to like kind of resist it, but they can't, because they transform under the freaking full moon. And it's almost, and this is very strange how this is coming, Virgo, but it's almost like this has been happening for so long. Like you've kept this at bay. You've suppressed this. You've kept this secret or something for so long that now it's coming to a point where it's almost like coming to a head, where it's like something has to be said. You have to make a decision to either, you know, let it out or like hide, tell people, forewarn people, whatever the case. But I feel like it's causing like chaos and calamity and confusion within you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this old way of being, like I was saying that I talked about in Libra, like this antiquated, you know, systematized 1+1=2 type of way of existing. It's like it's lost its luster, you know? It's like, gosh, it's so hard to verbalize this. It reminds me to the analogy that I've used for you guys like for years, when I talked about like the movie lot house, where like on the external it looks like a full house, but when you walk inside you see that, you know, it's just like a prop, but it's not exactly that. It's almost like denying your true expression of yourself, but it's like that's coupled with a perspective you have of this true side of yourself, as if there's something wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's almost like being conditioned to believe like your authentic self. And I mean, of course, this can happen through just regular conditioning, through life, trauma, whatever. But it's like whatever Virgos I'm connecting with, yours, I don't even want to say self-concept. It's like something about yourself that you've been hiding and suppressing. You know, it's like you can't go anymore suppressing this or hiding this. But the reason why you've been doing this in the first place is because you feel like ashamed by it. It's like a part of yourself or your true desires or who you really want to be or what you really want to fraternize with. You feel ashamed of it. And it's like the only analogy that kind of comes to my mind, like the example that would come to my mind for this, is if I think of like about a person like with their sexuality, right? Like say that you're gay and you were raised in the church, right? And that's like frowned upon. It's like it's a sin, it's evil, right? So even though you know deep down inside, it's like you are gay, you've been trying to tell yourself that you're not. You tried conversion therapy, or you're trying to date the opposite sex. And even though these desires are like rising up in you, where you really want to be with the type of person that you're really attracted to, you keep holding the reins on it because it's like, that's bad, that's wrong. Like, I shouldn't have these thoughts. I shouldn't have these feelings. I shouldn't be attracted by that. This is bad, right? And it's going back to like that antiquated religion type of thing. So I'm not saying this is literally what's happening, but I'm using that as like an analogy or a metaphor for the energy signature I'm picking up on. So it's holding yourself back where you're not able to move forward in your life. You're conflicted on the inside. You're feeling overwhelmed by these emotions because something that's completely outdated and not even in alignment, whether that's religious beliefs, a mindset, a self-concept, false core belief, whatever the case may be, this is the blockade that's like preventing you from integrating with yourself or showing up in the world as your true authentic self, right? Because you feel who and what you really are, or who or what you really want is somehow bad or wrong, weird, out of alignment, right? So it's like an inner battle. Now that's something, and I mean, this could be people who are Virgo, Jesus. We got the 3 of Cups in the reverse, but this could be people who are Virgo, Libra cuspers, because this is just like, oh my God, this is just like Libra. And in Libra, there was like this, there was like a relationship message that came out. And that would make perfect sense of what I was seeing for that couple, because it's like, it's a loveless marriage and it's like staying together because that's how it looks. So it's like a person being your beard, pretty much. It's like, you know damn well, like, you don't like chicks, you know damn well you don't like dudes, but it's like you have a person who's like your beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you married someone because that's what you were supposed to do. That's the expectation. But that's not who it is that you really are. That's not really your true desire. So it's forcing yourself to fit into this mold based on what someone or an entity, organization, religion, or whatever is saying outside of you. But the whole thing is with this is it's not even in alignment anyway. It's like, it's not even in alignment with the truth. You feel what I'm saying? It's just someone else's truth. But if you've been conditioned in that, or if that's your belief system, I can completely understand what the struggle is. But with this Three of Cups in the reverse, it's like it's being unhappy. It's like there's facets of yourself, because looking at this, and this is for my people who are on the network and book club, this is literally what we talked about this past week about the whole rule of three type of thing. It's like the three facets of yourself are cut off from each other. So it's, of course, you would feel kind of off kilter, confused, unable to move forward, not trusting your judgment, whatever the case, because there's parts of yourself that you're suppressing and they're not integrated into each other in order to move forward on one accord. But it's perpetuating like unhappiness. And it's like, dude, and legit, the feeling would be like complete and utmost unrest. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you allowing yourself to be miserable every day for an idea or an expectation out of someone else's head, and you not aligning with your own personal values, like what it is that you truly desire. And that's very much what it is that I was talking about with Libra. It's like keeping up appearances for the sake of pleasing people outside of you. But it's like those people are doing what it is that they want to do. They're living the life that they want to live. They're with who they want to be with. But it's like you're starving yourself or robbing yourself of an opportunity to be truly happy and fulfilled because of someone outside of yourself. And like, I mean, what is the benefit in that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're playing by their rules, you're suppressing yourself, and you get pats on the head because you're in alignment with their expectation. But you're the one who's miserable every night, not living the life that you desire. You feel what I'm saying? But whatever the case, oh, child, look. And then at the bottom of the deck, oh, that is our sanctuary network that just scared the hell out of me. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So, dude, it's like going in circles, repeating the same cycle. It's like you're not walking away from what's no longer serving you. And I feel that there's like, much like I said with Libra, even if you don't have it in your chart, I really think you guys should go watch Libra. And was it Aquarius that Virgo came up in? I can't remember if, no, I think that, yeah, that was Aquarius. I think that Virgo energy came up in. But the whole thing is, it's like you're not walking away from what's no longer serving you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like this way of being, this self-suppression, you holding yourself back from your true desires. It's like it's keeping you stuck, stagnant, unhappy, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's preventing you from moving forward, you know? And I feel like you guys more or less owe it to yourself to choose, right? To show up as your authentic truth, or to explore this part of yourself that you've kind of demonized. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel it's not really as bad as you perceive it to be. And I mean, that's easier said than done, because it's like, of course, I'm outside of your situation telling you this. But I feel it's like, why it is you guys are unfulfilled, or you're not where it is that you're desiring to be up to this point in your life, is because you've elected to hold yourself prisoner and hold yourself captive to an idea from someone else's mind. And there's literally, how does that lyric go in the song? It's a song by Frank Ocean. I can't think of the lyrics. But in essence, the particular lyric I'm thinking of, it says that it's like how it is that we're literally living our life and perpetuating ideas from someone else's mind. And I mean, in truth and reality, it's like all ideas, concepts, mythos, ethos, all of these things were created by human beings. Were, some of them divinely inspired? Yes. I mean, in theory, all things are divinely inspired. But for one to forsake their own truth, like your own sense of peace and alignment, just to align with some standard that another person created, like that's the ultimate blasphemy. You feel what I'm saying? I feel the greatest sin in life would be to sin against oneself in that way, to where it's this thought that there needs to be some sense of a pervasive existence of, suffering and self-denial, right, in order to achieve some sort of recognition or state of being. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's not how you get there. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what, I mean, there's some religions that teach that, like, like asceticism and stuff. It's like, you gotta starve yourself, live in a cave, beat yourself, with chains and things of the sort. And that's somehow gonna get you enlightened, But I feel it's like, it's kind of like no harm. But that's why I say it's like, it's literally conditioning in a perspective, like an ill-guided perspective that has Virgos imprisoned like this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel, of course, this is just the 15th of the month. And I've been telling everyone prior to you guys, well, not everyone, like just, in this little tier of people that I'm doing, because I said in the beginning of all the soul sessions, I was like, I'm not doing extendeds. I couldn't do them at the time, but it's like, I'm still doing them. But they're not going to be on YouTube. They're going to be on YouTube and YouTube members, Patreon, and our sanctuary for the 15th to the end of the month. But so if you're about that life, check it out. But it's like coming into like the first 2 weeks of the month, this is literally this transition that you guys are going through. It's like, it's you guys facing the truth of the matter. And the thing that I do want to say, because I was about to say that, I totally forgot before I turned over the bottom of your deck. It's like, whatever the case, Virgo, this is going to come to a head this month. Like, I can tell you that for sure. It's like, because the energy feels to me, and I'm just looking at the bottom of y'all's deck, 8 of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, dude, here's the thing. With this, it's gonna come to a head because, like I was saying, with this 2 of Pentacles in the reverse in the beginning, there's this nagging feeling I'm picking up on, and all of this would be for your highest good. It would be for your benefit, but it's almost one of those things of like, you deal with this or it's going to deal with you, because I feel this is going to come out, if I could say it that way. And it's gonna come out, like whatever this is that's being suppressed, it's going to come out. It's going to flash itself at someone, or someone is going to see you doing it or catch you doing it. And that's not to say that to scare you. It's like the energy I'm feeling behind it. It's almost like you being strong-armed by the universe, because it's like, you gotta deal with this. Because just like I told Libras, it's like the first step to healing is acceptance. It's accepting, like, this is where I'm at. Like, it gets brought to your awareness, you acknowledge it, like, yes, this is where the hell I am. This is what's happening. I do feel like this. I do think like this. Now I accept it. As soon as you come to that place, you can start healing. But healing cannot happen. Transformation cannot happen. Ascension cannot happen, right? Until you accept, right? Because otherwise, you're just going to have the illusion thereof of progress. You will be on a hamster wheel, right? You will allow yourself to think that you've grown and that you've moved and things have shifted and changed. Whereas in reality, the truth Or like I say with the 7 of Swords, what you skip will trip you up later. It's like you're literally like in like a slingshot like they used to have in the cartoons. And it's like you think that you're running away from your past, but you actually have this ginormous rubber band around your belly and you're running full force and you're just creating more and more and more and more tension. And when it finally runs out of slack, it's going to snap you right back to where it is that you were running from, you know, because you can't cheat life. You can't skip steps, right? It's like you can't, you know, pass go and collect $200 unless you go around the entire board first. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're running from, or whatever it is that you're afraid to face, or whatever it is that you're denying and you're not accepting, it's literally what's causing the unrest, the stagnation, the confusion, whatever the case, like, you know, stuff lacking growth in your life. It's like all of this stuff is rooted back into this refusal to embrace oneself, because it does feel like it's like a self-rejection, but it's an unnecessary self-rejection because you're ashamed of something because someone else told you or conditioned you to be, right? And it's not even anything to be ashamed of. It's like something that should be celebrated and something that should make you feel liberated. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of, literally, you know. But once again, I said this is me outside of you telling you that. It's easier said than done. But I look forward to this. Like, you guys extended, I mean, I guess you could call it that. You guys extended, or just the rest of the damn soul session for the remainder of November. I actually look forward to doing you guys because I'm curious to see how this pans out. And that's like my own personal curiosity. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out for those, because once they're all up on all of my other platforms, I'm gonna make a post on YouTube and let you guys know, you know what I'm saying? But that's been your soul session for the 1st through the 15th of November, my beautiful Virgos. Let me know what you think in the comments. And you know, as always, I love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends. Sooner than later is, you know, midpoint of the month on one of my platforms. Love your face.